Welcome everybody to the very first episode of Random Bracket Battles. I am your host, Mr. Aaron Clister. Thank you very much for joining us today, for joining me today with my amazing producer for today, Josh Mowbray. So what this show is exactly what the title says. I take 8 random ass movies. I cannot stress that enough. Random movies. And I put them in a bracket together and talk about it to see which one's going to go on top. And it's not like, okay, I'm going to get Kill Bill and then the original Godzilla and then this and that and that. Okay, now I got to go to IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes and get the scores of each of them and fuck all that. No, whichever one gets picked first, that's the one's going to go on seed number one. And how that's going to be done is the help of my awesome producer, Josh, is going to send me 2 at a time. And then those 2 will be like seed 1 and then seed 2 and so on and so forth. I don't know how fucking brackets work. So you want to yell at me? Go right ahead. I got my show. Anyways, I am so ready to do this. So Josh, whenever you're ready, sir, you go ahead and send them out. And again, guys, thank you very much for joining us. I can't wait to do more and more of these. This has been, oh man, this has been a dream of mine since Predator 2, if I had to put a date on it, you know. All right. Oh, you bitch. Really? Okay. The first one is going to be 2014's, which may be my favorite movie from 2014's. Birdman versus Josh, you're breaking my balls. Versus 2019's Joker. Oh man. All right, well, let's get into this. First of all, I gotta say, I think it is hilariously ironic. Michael Keaton does Batman Returns, doesn't do Batman 3 because whatever reason. And then Schumacher comes in, and then Val Kilmer comes in, and then it just all fucking goes downhill. But in Birdman, he does do the third one. He says yes to the third one. He does Birdman 1, Birdman 2. He says he does Birdman 3. He doesn't do Birdman 4. And then in real life, Michael Keaton, he does this movie, and then he becomes a fucking Birdman in the next Spider-Man movie. He becomes a Vulture. I thought that was just poetically justified. I thought it was great. So in a sense, it is a comic book movie versus a comic book movie. This is an awesome matchup because both these movies arguably are the best for their respective years. 2014 for Birdman, 2019 for Joker. Honestly, between 2014, 2019, the only year that had bangers that just kept coming out bangers was 2022. Those 3 years are phenomenal for film. That being said, I would have to look at this. Damn it, man. Why the fuck does this have to be the first one? I would have to look at this on my first viewership of this. For Joker, you're in the audience of the theater and you're watching this incredible piece being made. Oh, but it's exactly the same thing as Taxi Driver. Who fucking cares? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? You go in there, you're watching this poor son of a bitch that society has just been given up on, and he gets hit with a piece of cardboard, and then that's what flips his mind. I mean, really, that's what happens. He gets hit with a piece of cardboard that some punk kid stole, and now he's killing little people and putting makeup on his face and killing Robert De Niro. But speaking of that scene, when he's on the talk show, and you're in the audience of the theater, you want him to kill Murray. You need him to kill Murray. That is a satisfaction that your soul, that your inner cinephile needs to happen. If he doesn't, this movie fails. You want him to kill him as much as you don't want murder or violence or whatever. Because remember the fucking dumbass scares of if you put this movie out, then kids might go around shooting people. Guess what, jackass? You're already fucking doing that. So if anything, we get some good movies out of it. Jesus Christ, did Vice City fucking do that? Did Grand Theft Auto 3? I know I'm going with just one genre or one game universe, but you get my fucking gist. Did Modern Warfare? Did zombies come back because of Call of Duty? No. So we're fine. ADD kids, you gotta love it. When he shoots him, It's a relief that you need. If you watch that home, you got a hand job. You got a hand job when you could have had a four-way with anybody. Pick four of the most beautiful people in your mind. That's what you're doing. When you're in the theater watching Joker, that's what you're doing. You needed that in everybody in the audience. You felt it. You need to kill this motherfucker. We don't want you to, but you need to. And then, bam, there you go. With Birdman, I didn't see him go out the window because, honestly, by the way, spoilers for all these movies. At the very end, he gets his nose, because he shoots himself in the face, he gets his nose done, and he's basically a different person, physically and inside. I mean, shit, when he wakes up and he goes inside in the hospital bathroom, there's his alter ego, literally alter ego Birdman, still on the pot. You either got to shit or get off the pot. And that cocksucker's still in the fucking pot. He goes to the window. Emma Stone, oh shit, what's her fucking name? I can pull it. Hold on. Sam. When Sam comes back in, she goes out the window. Well, she looks out the window. She doesn't look down. Well, she does at first, but then she looks up. And then she laughs. Yet, you hear all these people screaming as if someone just jumped. But you don't know what happened. It's kind of like when Glenn died the first time in The Walking Dead. He was trying to get on a dumpster. He was with someone else. They both fell. You see Glenn's face, but you see intestines coming out. The next episode, they didn't show the actor's name, making you think he's dead. You didn't see a body. Just like Bobby from Jurassic Park 3, when the baby pterodactyls are getting him. You didn't see a dead body. You cannot cancel out if he's dead or not. Same rule applies here. Is Emma Stone, is Sam just crazy just by looking up and going, oh, fuck, I'm just as crazy too. I just saw my dad die. Or did he really have all those powers? Yeah, the dude's a fucking mental psycho because he was a Hollywood actor. He was a glorified Hollywood actor. When fucking Tabitha asks Edward Norton, Mike Shiner, is Hollywood, are you going to Hollywood? No, Tabby, Hollywood's coming here. She knows those fucking people because in New York, acting is an art. Acting is blue collar. Where over there, you just say a few lines and money, 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 money. That's what she sees Michael Keaton as. That's what she sees as Reagan as. He's trying to glorify himself, so he cannot be that anymore, but he needs to learn a very valuable lesson of you got to put in the work, dick face. Just because your name is on it doesn't mean shit. Damn, this one's tough. Here's what I'll say, because I wanted to talk about both movies. I didn't want to cancel one out automatically because, sadly, I know which one won. I know which one's going on, but I had to talk about both of them because these are both incredible films. I have not watched Joker since I saw it in the theaters. I never had a need to. It is a fantastic fucking movie. It's the same guy who brought us Road Trip brought us this. Doesn't make sense, but yet it does. I mean, the same guy who was half of Key and Peele made Get Out. It happens, dude. Comedy and horror are right there. All it takes is just editing and music, and then you have one or the other. They're very, very fucking similar. I've never had a need to watch Joker again, yet. I catch myself watching Birdman at least once every 6 months. If you guys have not seen this movie, wait until the scene. I believe it's after the first preview. Yes, it's after the first preview. Regan Thompson is walking around. He sees Sam in a green room, in a vacant room, definitely, but by herself. And it's awkward because he just wants to say thank you because he ran into his ex-wife, ran into him in his dressing room. He goes downstairs after coming back inside the theater with Mike after the bar, and that's where we meet Tabitha. That wonderful. Oh, she does look like she just licked a homeless man's ass. Great line. And he's saying thank you and like you're doing a really good job. And then he smells the weed because she's been in rehab, and now it's a hit on him. He's not thinking of his daughter, like, honey, you just were in rehab. You're doing so good. Why are you doing this? No, he's thinking, how could you do this to me? And then she just has this incredible monologue of just a Mike Tyson punch out of a fuck you, be a father, you dumbass. This isn't about you. You're making it about you. This isn't about you. You see all these fucking people here who are working their asses off, and just because your fucking name is on it, you think that you have a pass of everything wrong you just fucking did. She doesn't say that word for word, but the delivery that Emma Stone gives, fuck La La Land in every sense. White people talking about jazz. Shut the fuck up. She should have been nominated at the very least for a Golden Globe for this performance, let alone just that scene. It might have been Alejandro's, I can't remember, I can't ever pronounce his last name correctly, but we all know who I'm talking about. He also directed The Revenant. I'm trying, I can't pronounce it. Whatever. The director has her at an angle where she's clearly looking at Riggin, and all you see is, she's not looking right at the camera. He has her at a good angle. But the way that Emma makes her face look angry and just sorrow and just, it feels like her whole life has been wasted and she just wants to be seen. So when Mike says to her, you're such a bright star, you don't even know it, and you can burn brighter. That's what hits her. That's why she hooks up with him. It's not because she calls him a dick numerous times. It's not because he plays the dick hand move. It's because he sees her the way she always wanted to be seen, as just a person, not the daughter of a dick-headed costume, a comic book superhero actor. Birdman takes this. Birdman has to take this. It's a fantastic movie. Joker's out, Birdman's going on. Those are my headphones falling off. Cheers, mate. All right, Josh. What is match number 2 of round 1? Already, match 1. That hurt my soul. We got Treasure Planet. Okay, now which Treasure Planet? Is this the animated one? Yeah, it's got to be. Treasure Planet versus Curse of the Black Pearl. So Pirates. So this is an easy one. I remember I told Josh this before we started this. I have to know the film and I have to remember it, because if I don't have either one of those, if I don't remember it or if I never watched it, I can't give a fair argument to this. This Treasure Planet is like the Forrest Gump of my memory, where here's my memory of where I forgot. Treasure Planet is right here, where I still remember. I remember the visuals of it, and I remember being awestruck as a child when I went to go see it in theaters back in, 99, maybe 2000, definitely around there. And it was great. I read Treasure Planet. It was a very short, or Treasure Island. It was a very short, very quick summarized version of Treasure Island itself. So I knew I knew I was getting myself into as a child. But you know what Treasure Planet doesn't have? A brand on my fucking skin. Okay. Camera. Those are the skeletons. Come on, those are the skeletons when they walk in the moonlight. And then here's a rosary bead, and at the end is the coin of the cursed Aztec. What was his name? The cursed treasure of Cortez himself. This is a fucking slam dunk. Fuck a layup. This is a slam dunk. Treasure Planet. You better go fucking find your treasure somewhere else, because X ain't this spot, bitch. Pirates of the Caribbean moves on. Easy. Thank God I couldn't have a heavy hitter over another heavy hitter. All right, man. Round 1, match 3. What do we got? This is so much fun. I love talking about film. I don't care what film it is. I love talking about it. Did you see that, folks? I didn't even have to defend Aaron. What's up? What's up, buddy? I didn't have to defend Pirates. I didn't have to defend Pirates at all. That's how fucking good it is. It's not that Treasure Planet is bad. That's how good Pirates of the Caribbean is, that first one. The other ones don't count. The other one, fuck your Jar of Dirt, fuck your Calypso, fuck all that shit. I didn't see the 4th one, and the 5th one, I guess, is just Remember that bit in South Park when they go to Imagination Land and they're trying to figure out how to infiltrate Imagination Land, so they bring in directors? Everything after the second one, it's kind of like the Michael Bay bit of, all right, Mr. Michael Bay, do you have any ideas? Okay, first we have this big meteor, and it just goes through this building. Like, wah, wah! That's all of them. That's everything. And then this big rig Fulliter just goes to a bus of puppies. That's all they are. It's just it's Transformers on boats, dipshit. That's all it is. Anyways, round 3, match 3 of round 1. Love both, but rewatched Pirates of the Caribbean more and only remember enjoying Treasure Planet. Oh, okay. Well, you're wrong, and I'm sorry, but that's okay. You know what? This would have been a fair fight if it was Into the Spider-Verse. But you're a bitch. So let me write this down. Across the Spider-Verse, SP versus No Way Home. Now, I had an idea this cocksucker was going to do this to me. God, this is so good. That's Snow Moon. That's alcoholism.
Sponsor.
I heard something.
Potential sponsor.
Potential. Potential sponsor. Dude, I hope. Oh, shit. What am I going to do with all these kegs? Oh, no. 3-year-old, come help me. Well, lift Daddy up. He's got to do a keg stand. It's Tuesday keg stand night. Come on, sweetie. I had an argument. So, like I said, I had an idea for this show for like at least 18 months. And I practiced doing this over and over again. Not for this show, because I had no idea these amazing people would ever allow this fucking idiot to have his mouth words on their platform. So I had Into the Spider-Verse versus No Way Home. And I had an idea of what I was going to say. I had no idea. I didn't even think about putting Across the Spider-Verse, which might be the best movie to come out in 2023. Well, hold on. You got Talk to Me. You got Godzilla -1. Yeah, okay. Across the Spider-Verse is at least third. Godzilla -1 might have been the best one. Dude, I saw that shit with pink eye. My shit was coming off this iris. And I can't see Godzilla, but I really don't care because he's awesome. I'm just all talented around. I mean, what can you say? Let's get to the match. Come on, Josh, be serious. Let's get to the match. All right, so Across the Spider-Verse versus No Way Home. Both are amazing sequels. Here, I'll start with No Way Home. It is the only film. I like Thor: Love and Thunder. I liked it. I thought it was a generally good movie. Now, whilst watching it, I knew people were going to be pissed because they're basically demasculating Thor so Lady Thor can come in and just be her. And then you have Entity, and then you have, fuck me, but Gorgon's daughters can come in too and basically be like the next generation of Thor and everything. So, but it was funny. It was hilarious. You had a fucking poster behind Heimdall's son, and it was a band, and the name of the band was Mad Titan. I have no idea if that's in the comic books, but that's fucking dope, man. That's just a little small key thing that was in there. Plus, the soundtrack is great. He's fighting chicken. He's fighting chicken heads. Yeah, do you not see the subliminal message right there? Thor is fighting chicken heads during a Guns N' Roses song. Come on, man. You can't connect the fucking dots. The shape is going to come out dumb. But that's the point of the fucking movie. we beat Thanos. What more do you want? We got to re-fucking build, man. You can't just go back to the beginning. You can't go back to the basics. We got to rebuild. Now, everything else in Phase 4 can suck my dick. Everything. It's all dog shit. Wakanda Forever it was fine. It was fine. It wasn't as great as it was meant to be. Angela Bassett, if you're watching, which I know you're watching, you fucking to say, for you not to fucking stand up when Jamie Lee Curtis got the goddamn win for supporting actress. Yes, I don't think Jamie Lee should have won. I do think somebody from Everything Everywhere at Once should have won for Best Supporting Actress. The girl who played the daughter, she fucking killed it. Jamie Lee, it was nice that she was nominated. I just thought the Academy did that because both her parents got it. But for her to win, I mean, good for her. Good for her. Who doesn't love Jamie Lee? She's awesome. She's married to Christopher Guest. Like they fucking cohese. Why they haven't made a movie together? I'm fucking sure they have. Anyways, lost my train of thought. God damn you, ADD. Well, you know what? Let's just have some fluids. Those aren't fluids. Yeah, what the fuck do you think all that wet stuff is? Jackass.
Sponsor.
No Way Home is not an MCU movie. No Way Home is a Spider-Man movie. Yes, you have Doctor Strange. Yes, you have Wong. That's it, though. Everybody else is from a different universe of Spider-Man, and it was all fucking fantastic. Across the Spider-Verse was a damn good fucking sequel. I didn't go see it in theaters because when I went to go see Into the Spider-Verse in theaters, I was like, they're not going to top this. Why even try? Yeah, you left a nice cliffhanger, but it was open enough to where you could still close the book. You didn't have to do a sequel. But I'm glad that they did, and good for them. But I didn't go see it because I'm like, they're not going to top that. That was a great fucking soundtrack. Those were great graphics and a fantastic story. Yes, we've kind of seen it over and over and over again, but they pointed that out. I mean, when fuck me, not Aaron, that was his uncle. When Miles comes in and says, "Oh, my uncle's the Prowler, and Kingpin and Kingpin are after me," and then you have Spider-Man Noir played perfectly by Nicolas Cage. Wow, this is a really intense origin story. They fucking pointed out. They know what they're doing, and they're giving it to us, and we're just eating it up because these cookies are good. Why are you? Don't tell Grandma. I don't give a fuck if she has Alzheimer's. I don't care if this place smells like pee. You're not sending her to a fucking nursing home. Keep the Christmas lights up. She's not gonna not make these fucking cookies. I don't give a fuck. Turn the AC on all year. It's cold all the time. She's going to make these fucking cookies. She's going to sit here and make these chocolate chip cookies because my goal in life is diabetes. What the fuck am I talking about? And then I finally watched it. I got the Steelbook from Best Buy, and I finally watched it, and it was one of those days. People, if you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. It was that magical time when the kids actually go down. I have a night to stay up a little bit late, and they don't wake up at all. And I can turn the TV up just loud enough for me to enjoy it, but that they're not going to hear it. And I watched this movie after basically Gwen's intro, where it's, her playing the drums with the awesome fucking music. Yeah, the soundtrack isn't as good, but the music in this is fucking amazing. Where it goes, the simple animation, and then every time she has a conversation with her father, whether it be genuine, whether it be, oh, my dad knows I'm Spider-Gwen and he's trying to arrest me. And the PAL colors go from like sharp angles to the watercolors immediately, but you didn't notice it. I noticed it on my third time. I didn't even notice it on my second time, dude. It was a great effect that I didn't notice. I'm not saying I'm fucking brilliant. That's just because I finally noticed it. I'm a fucking genius. I'm just saying the story was woven together so beautifully of what we got from the first one, that what we already know from Gwen, not just the comic book in general, but this particular Gwen Stacy into it. Because when she's Spider-Man, dude, she's fucking Spider-Man. She's making quips. She thinks fast on her feet. She does amazing tricks. She's dope. She's awesome. In fact, there was a deleted scene of the other movie, of No Way Home, where Andrew Garfield goes back to his universe, and somehow he gets mixed up. He gets sent to the wrong one, and he runs into Spider-Gwen as like Emma Stone as Spider-Gwen. That would have been fucking great. No Way Home has a lot of heart. No Way Home has I mean, everything we know about Spider-Man, they gave to us. Everything that we knew was going to hit us. If this was a first one, they brought us into it at the third one because this is his origin story. It wasn't Civil War, that was his introduction. It wasn't Homecoming, that was his own movie. It wasn't Far From Home, because that one sucks. We're not going to talk about that movie. Except for the Mysterio fight. That is worth a ticket in itself, just that fight. I've never seen a fight. I've seen a character come to life, like Deadpool, ripped out a comic book page and thrown on. Or Green Lantern, there's another one. But I've never seen a fight ripped out of the pages and brought to life. That shit was amazing. When Aunt May says, with great power comes great responsibility, and when she says it, everyone's going, oh shit, the line. I think there was 20% of people of this over $1 billion box office income, 20% of those ticket sales had an idea, oh, she just signed her death warrant. She just signed her death wish just by saying those words. Everybody who has given Spider-Man hope or a reason to keep doing what he's doing, he loses. He doesn't lose MJ in the sense of she's dead, but he does lose her and Ned because of the whole spell Doctor Strange has to do. Here's what I'll say. Across the Spider-Verse is a fantastic movie. No Way Home is a fantastic movie. Here's the difference. No Way Home renders on member berries, a South Park term. You have to have nostalgia to enjoy this movie at its maximum. That's my belief. Whereas Across the Spider-Verse, yes, it's a sequel, but it adds on in everything that the first one already brought. Yes, it relies on member berries too, but member berries that you didn't know were ripe yet. Like the Lego Spider-Man, you didn't know that motherfucker was going to come back in. Or the brand new villain, the Spot. Remember, it was Scott Snyder's Batman. I forget his fucking name, Mr. Sunflower, but the first time you looked at him, you're going, that cocksucker is a Batman villain, and then you see what he does in the books, and you're going, no, he's up there with Bane. Maybe not Joker, but he's up there with Bane, Killer Croc. He's on one storyline. He's on the Rogues Galaxy. He's on the Rogues Gallery already. He's a dope villain. That's what Spot is at the end of this movie. You know what's going to happen. Yet I have a theory on the third one because 24.99 says, you messed up, you messed up a canon, so this can't happen. You wrecked up a canon in the Indian, The guy who plays Pendor in the Deadpool movies, he voices, if I offend anybody, I'm terribly sorry, but the Indian version of the Spider-Man, I forget like Manhattan, what they call it in there. But in there, the captain lives and he wasn't supposed to. Go back to the first scene when Spider-Gwen gets inducted into that whole team. The scanner, like that little AI, that hilarious, cute AI who goes around when they capture the Vulture, and not Oscar Isaac, 24.99 says, okay, scan everything. Are there any more canon things that we need to fix? And she goes, no. Yet, her father was around like this whole barrier that the scanners didn't even pick up, whether because he was in that or they just didn't get it. Either way, they didn't scan him. How do we know he's not a fucking miscanon too? Because of Miles. I'm just saying, the third one's going to be very interesting. No Way Home relies on member berries. It's a great movie. It relies on you needing to know this. Without that scene when both other Spider-Men come in, hell, the fucking fight at the end of the amazingly Statue of Liberty with the Captain America shield on it, that was such a great touch. It doesn't work if you don't know these. If you didn't watch them. Whereas Across the Spider-Verse, you can all you gotta do is watch one movie and then jump into this movie and you're in. Whereas No Way Home, you have to watch Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, Amazing Spider-Man 1, 2, the entirety, I mean, let's be real, the entirety of the MCU just to enjoy that movie, whereas homework-wise, all you gotta do is watch one movie. Boom, done. Not only that, but as much as it kills me to say this, because No Way Home is, if I really had to think about it, probably easily top 5 MCU movies of all time. Easily. I don't know if I would put it at 3 or 4, but it's fucking up there. So it kills me to say this. Fuck you, Josh. No Way Home is out. Across the Spider-Verse continues on. Damn, man, you're making Daddy very hard. You're making this hard for Daddy. Godzilla -1 was my favorite movie last year, but Across the Spider-Verse was number 2. Here, here, dilly, dilly. Isn't it fucking weird that was her catchphrase? And then look what happened. For everyone to go, we're going to boycott Bud Light. Yeah, because it sucks. You didn't need that controversy. Bud Light sucks, man. Do it to Coors Light. Get that shit out of here, too. We don't fucking need it. Not Blue Moon. That's so fuck. I don't know if I should say it, but fuck it. I'm not gonna say it. No, only on Patreon. All right, I'm doing no drink, drunken prayer. I'm doing no drink January, and that Aaron is torturing me. Hey, man, I'm terribly sorry. Oh, milk was a good choice. Justin, Godzilla -1, also my number 1 last year, and Oppenheimer number 2. Dude, Oppenheimer was mwah! No special effects. The guy known to use special effects. That's how crazy this fucking industry is. 20 years ago, if you use special effects, holy shit, it's fucking amazing. Now, I'm not going to use any special effects. Holy shit! And it came out like that? You made me go cover the frog. Fucking fantastic. All right, Josh. What is the last match of round number 1? This is so much fun. Half an hour in, I'm not even halfway done. That's fantastic. Josh, we got to talk about your priorities.
I love my priorities.
Fuck yourself. Hot Fuzz versus Grandma's Boy. Now, if you would have given me this, like, Tushka and I had a conversation about Grandma's Boy. We were just bullshitting about it yesterday. If that conversation didn't happen and then you gave me this is a layup. Not a slam dunk. This is a layup. Now, reminiscing about it with Tushka, I don't know. I still have an idea, but I don't know. So let's get into it. Hot Fuzz. That Cornetto trilogy, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, At World's End. We can all agree that the majority of people who enjoy all 3 movies, that their favorites are going to be one of the first 2. I'm in the camp that Hot Fuzz is my favorite. What everyone sees and loves Shaun of the Dead for, I saw that same love with Hot Fuzz, because when I watched it, I was watching nothing but action movies. And when I saw Hot Fuzz, it was kind of like just like how Shaun of the Dead was, if a play-by-play of this is how horror movies are, kind of like behind the scenes. If you've got to see behind the scenes, not like there's a script supervisor, there's the assistant director. No, of like, this is how horror movies are set up, but you don't see that. You don't see Leatherface getting his chainsaw. You already see the fucking lunatic coming after you. The same thing happened with Shaun of the Dead. You're seeing it play out in real life. You're seeing Hot Fuzz play out in real life. I watched Hot Fuzz, not in the theaters. I watched it the first time at home. I think I rented it, and then it just fucking blew my mind, where I kept going back and I rented it over and over and over again, that the guy, that the clerk at Best Buy, no, at Blockbuster, which is a very old sentence, told me dude, do you just want to buy this? I'll give it to you if you just give me an extra dollar for renting it because we're getting rid of it and one or two can go missing. And I said, yeah, man, sure. And I gave that away, and I really hope I didn't because that one meant a lot to me. But that's how much I watched this. Grandma's Boy is fucking hysterical, endlessly quotable. One of the movies where Jonah Hill was in, you didn't know him, but when he had his breakout role in Grandma's Boy, you had an idea of, oh, it's Big Titty Magoo. Okay, yeah, he's in this one now. Okay, fucking A. And he was always like the butt of the joke or like the dumb one, but he played it so well. It's so fucking weird to think that he does this in 2005, 8 years later, which, yeah, is a long time, but really it fucking isn't. Think about 8 years before, like right now for you. 8 years later, he does Wolf of Wall Street. That's fucking insane. I don't get that. I don't get how you suck on a booby for 13 hours straight, all the way to, come on, man, let's go smoke crack. Let's run. Let's run like we're fucking lions. It's incredible, man. Grandma's Boy is, when I would watch the Schmodown and 80s comedy or just 80s would always come up, I would always have like a, oh yeah, that movie. Oh yeah, that movie. And the contestants who were fantastic in it would have this glee on their face, whether or not they would get the points, whether or not they would get it right. They're just reminiscing about that era. We're in an age, 2024, Jesus Christ. We're in an age now where 2000s comedies do that for me. Joe Dirt, Grandma's Boy, Scary Movie, fucking MacGruber. All these fantastic movies that came out in that era that I'm like, those are my films. This is one of my fucking films, dude. This is a great goddamn movie. This is an endlessly quotable movie. You got Nick Swartzen, you got Dante playing literally Dante. Dude, you're naked. Oh my God, I am naked. Come on. What are you doing, Dante? I'm putting on my Christmas tree. Dude, it's July. Get the fuck out of here. So what happened next, sir? I looked up and there's the fucking king of the jungle. What? Dude, my grandma drank all my pot. You can't forget. Oh, we were just talking about him. What was his name? JP. When I forget his fucking name, but the main guy, the caddy from Happy Gilmore. When he sees JP like this, and he's like, loser. He's just going, what are you talking about? You're fucking weird, man. He walks away. JP turns around. How did he see me? We all knew that guy in high school. We all knew that guy. Like, if this douchebag has one more, if his books get knocked out of his hands one more time, we're going to come to school tomorrow and none of us are going to go home. I'll just leave it like that. We all knew that fucking dude. But you needed him. You needed JP in that role. Without it, the jokes don't land anywhere when they make fun of the only antagonist of the movie. And he fucking absorbs it. So I think that actor is so underrated. Yes, he was an Avatar, but do you think about him when you think of Avatar? No. You think of first one, you think of James Cameron, then you think of Sam Worthington, maybe Sigourney Weaver. That actor is way down the fucking list. You're not thinking, Zoe Saldana is definitely going to come before him. The fucking chick who's in the Fast and Furious and just sold her soul just like Vin Diesel. What the fucking name? Something Rodriguez? Michelle Rodriguez? That can't be right. But she's in that too. She's the one who's flying the choppers and then she sacrifices herself. Avatar's a great movie. Second one, too long. I mean, it's kind of like prom night with a dude who's very gifted. Like, just too much, man. Really? Did you need all that? Did you really fucking need 3 hours? It's kind of like It too. Did you really need all that time and explain nothing and then do the same fucking ending as the original one? You heard all this bitching and then you're like, we're going to do it. We're going to make a change. I mean, yeah, you didn't put in where Beverly basically sleeps or has sex with all the boys because in her mind, that was hate, that was evil. I need to embrace love. Read the book. It's fucking bananas. That's what happens. And then, I mean, they have a dairy cream pie contest as disgusting because these are fucking kids we're talking about. That's what happens. That's what happens when your name is King and you do fucking cocaine all the time. You get Carrie and you get Itch. Anyways, Hot Fuzz. I'm going such on a tangent here, and I apologize. I got to make a decision now because we're already 41 minutes in. Grandma's Boy is it's quotable, but that's all it gives me. Is that I can here's the difference. I can quote Grandma's Boy and have fun. When I think of Hot Fuzz, I need to watch it to get that same satisfaction. It requires my viewership to watch it to go, oh fuck man, this is a great movie, as if I would ever doubt in the first place. Hot Fuzz has to go on. It has to. Grandma's Boy is fucking amazing. Grandma's Boy is hysterical. Hot Fuzz has to take this. Another one in the 2000s that technically is a comedy. I mean, they're all comedies. It's just the first one has horror, the second one has action, the third one has science fiction. That third one, I can fix it. Don't put Simon Pegg as the lead. Because when you do this all the fucking time to show your enthusiasm or to show your friendship or whatever, and that's the only move you have, get fucked. I think what happened was he was prepping for Ghost Protocol. He had to do this with his friend, Robert Eggers. Not Robert Eggers. That's the witch. Edgar Wright. He had to do with, well, I'm not going to say had. He wanted to do with Edgar Wright, but I didn't feel like he put his heart and soul into it. Where you could tell with Hot Fuzz and Shaun the Dead, he put his heart and soul into it. Hot Fuzz has to go on. Whew! All right, halfway done. Tushka, just rewatched Grandma's Boy. It's a banger, and that shit still holds up. You fucking right it does, man. Alex, this yours? Crash. I'm sorry. Expensive piece? He's like, that's your fault, too. Oh, fuck, man. I once had Abbott and Costello both at the same time. Which one did you do? Which one? You were a dirty old whore. What do you mean, were?
Everyone want to hear about everyone want to hear about my STD from the Great Depression?
This shit's pussy smell like the Great Depression, okay? All right. Finally. Going to round two. We got... This one's gonna see this. Fuck, man. Black Pearl, PB&J. Birdman versus Curse of the Black Pearl. I honestly don't know what to do here. I didn't talk about Pirates of the Caribbean because I didn't have to. I didn't have to defend it at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into that now. Never. Let me back up. 2003, this movie comes out. The summer, I believe. Later that November. No, it had to be early next year. My sister was in school. I mean, we're all in school. My sister was in school. She comes home, and somehow the topic of pirates comes up. And she tells me we're learning about something in history, and that their teacher puts on this film for whatever fucking reason. And she's telling me the plot, so I'm getting an idea of what the story is. I think that weekend I got so intrigued by it, I went to Hollywood Video and I rented it. And even though she told me all the things, even though I knew what was going to happen, more or less, I was still awestruck by everything that Never have I seen an introduction of a cooler character than Jack Sparrow. I think arguably the coolest introduction of all time. And yet it's satired every fucking second of it. You think he's on a giant ship because the wind's blowing in his face. He jumps down, and you're thinking, oh, here's his crew. You don't even know his name is Captain Jack Sparrow. Yet, in your mind, you're calling him Captain. You don't know his name, but you're calling him Captain because that's his essence. That's what just a look. His aura is Captain Jack Sparrow. You put that Snooky tan on him, that little piece fudge. Basically, you take all this, rip it off, put it right here. You give him that red bandana or whatever, that coin braided at the end of his hair, and a dope ass raggedy fucking hat, and his aura of Johnny Depp just brings. That is a fucking captain. He jumps down. There's no one. It's not even a ship. It's a rickety boat. Not only is it not a rickety boat, it's a sinking rickety boat, and he's taking it out. And that's when he looks over, and that's when the low brass of the fantastic score of He's a Pirate. Yes, Claude Bendit did do this. Do you know who basically put together the blueprint of the score? Hans Zimmer. It's so unfair how talented people can be. I think, if the story I heard is correct, he looked at one picture. I think of, because we're going to get into him. I don't think we have to get into him now. Well, we might have to. It's against Birdman. He looked at one picture of, not Jeffrey Wright. Geoffrey Rush. Am I saying that right? Geoffrey Rush? Fuck me. Captain Barbossa. He looks at one picture of Captain Barbossa. He reads 10 pages of Jack Sparrow and of Will, and he makes up this tune. That's all he needed. The motherfucker read 3 paragraphs about Matthew McConaughey and his daughter in Interstellar. That's how we get Corn Maze. It's so unfair how talented people can be. It just makes me so mad. But the dude's fucking talented. I mean, he did Man of Steel, for Christ's sake. Without Zimmer doing Man of Steel, that movie doesn't work. I don't give a fuck what you say. Henry Cavill's awesome. Zack Snyder obviously is fucking awesome. You had Christopher Nolan producing, but that movie does not work without that man's music. Same thing happens here. Yes, Claude Bendit finished it, and he did a great job, but you don't get that music without the blueprint that Zimmer did. So when you get the low brass of I can just sing it. I can sing that entire thing. It's so fucking good. And Jack looks over, and he sees the 3 hanging, clearly fucking dead pirates. And he says, "Pirates be warned." He just thanks them. Just, "Thank you, sir." And he goes off, and here's the boat coming down as it sinks. And this is how so fucking cool the world of Jack Sparrow thinks he is. As it's about to sink, that's when he steps on the boardwalk. It's fucking great. I need your name. It's a shilling to tie your ship up in the dock, and they both look, and there is no fucking ship. There's just a crow. You want to call the crows? That's the top of the ship, the top of the sail. And I shall need you to know your name. What do you say to 3 shillings? And we forget the name. Welcome to Port Royal, Mr. Smith. And it's like a little bag, and you get this character by one line. That's all you need, and you get him already. He's so fucking good. But Keaton as Regan Thompson is just as captivating. Fuck, this is a hard round. I have to go on what makes me feel more. I remember I had a conversation with John Roca about this movie, and then he said this is a depressing movie, and I'm like, really? This movie? I watched this to make myself feel better, and he's going, "What are you talking about?" And I explained to him, it's because you think because of your actions, you're set in this one standard, and because the whole world saw you do that, whether that just be 10 people, like your close family and friends, or in Regan's case, the entire world saw him. So now that box is now made out of steel, no longer wood. You're not getting out of this box. And he's trying desperately to punch his way through. When all you really had to do was be happy with yourself, and that was the key to get out of that box. Not trying to prove yourself to everybody else, just prove yourself to yourself that this is who I am. I'm not going to let anybody else tell me Like the fucking bitch woman. I think she has a couple. Ironically, she's a journalist in Parks and Rec, but she's a journalist in Birdman, saying, "Is it true that you inject yourself with a baby pig semen to make your face look juvenile?" And he's going, "No." Oh, so you're denying it? Okay, cool. Like it's already a yes to her because again, you're inside this fucking tomb. And no matter what you say, people can just inject shit in there and it stays with you. It's in that tomb with you and it suffocates you. And all you got to do is put on your Kevin Hart force field and just say, no, this is me. This is who I am. So when he shoots himself, I don't think it's out of desperation. I think it's I'm doing this because I need to get rid of the other person. And I can understand that. There was a time not very long ago where I felt like I was one of two people. I know how crazy that sounds because it is. When I would get mad, when someone would be pissing me off, this guy would just shut down and AJ would take over. Not so much of like a Split, M. Night Shyamalan's movie Split, like not like that, like who's in the chair now, nothing like that, but just that was my defense mechanism because I didn't know how to deal with it because let's be honest, I wasn't mature enough. At the age of 30 and 31, I wasn't mature enough to take that on. Same thing has happened with Rickett. He wasn't ready to take on the projects that he wanted to take on because he didn't do the work when he should have done it. It's such a moving fucking... I'll say it again. Emma Stone should have fucking got nominated somewhere for a fucking Razzie. I don't give a shit. She should have got nominated somewhere. I forget her goddamn name. Speaking of Parks and Rec, she plays Holly in The Office. She also, I'm pretty goddamn sure, she was at least nominated for the piece of shit mother in Gone Baby Gone. I fucking wish I could remember her name. But she plays Riggins' ex-wife, and she's everybody. Zach Galifianakis playing his, I'll put in quotations, his best friend, for damn sure his lawyer and his producer. I had no idea he had that range. The last movie I saw before that was Due Date with Robert Downey Jr. How the fuck, just like Jonah Hill, how the fuck does that guy become this? I understand you're an actor. I had no idea you were a commando. I thought you were just a fucking mall security guard. Now I see you're on par with Rambo. You're not just taking out kids stealing video games. You're taking out POW guards. Terrible analogy. Don't give a shit. But Curse of Black Pearl, man, like what the story and the direction of Birdman gives, the music gives, and Curse of Black Pearl. Yes, this movie, because it is 2024, this movie is able to drink. So the special effects are going to be shitty. It was between this and Return of the King that was going on for special effects. And Return of the King got it, obviously. But Pirates of the Caribbean, for that time, yeah, I understand that they should have got it. Jeffrey Rush. What the fuck is Barbossa's name? Jeffrey Rush. Yeah, Jeffrey Rush. Oscar-winning Jeffrey Rush. Dude, this one's fucking tough. Pirates of the Caribbean brings me so much joy when I watch it. And I think I have my answer. No, I can't do that. I was going to say because it's a longer film, but that's just me being lazy. And I don't want to choose, well, you're better because you don't take that much effort into it. That's me being as a parent. I can't say that. I can't let that thought enter my psyche, or else I'm not going to be a good father to my children. Fuck, man. Dude, I keep going back and forth. Okay. I got it. And it fucking kills me to say this. Orlando Bloom shouldn't have been in this movie. He's good in some scenes. There are some scenes that he just butchers. In the beginning sword fight with him and Johnny Depp, when they first meet, when Will and Jack meet and they're fighting in the blacksmith's shop, I guess what you call it. Great scene, great fight, great song. But towards the end, when he's in the interceptor, and he's finally accepting in front of Elizabeth that, oh, it's not your blood they needed, it's my blood, my father's blood, the blood of a pirate. And he slams it down, and it takes me out of it. You're trying too hard to convey your emotions. I'm not grasping onto you, whereas nobody comes close to that in Birdman. It looks like it's a documentary. Fucking Edward Norton, the Hollywood dick, the known Hollywood douchebag, is in this playing a New York actor douchebag. How fucking real can you get? Really, this is a goddamn documentary. Damn it, I didn't think of this either. I kept mentioning the music of Pirates of the Caribbean, but the only fucking music that Birdman has is a drum set, and that motherfucker kills it. Kilt. Tywin Lannister, kilt. Mother of Dragons, kilt. Key and Pill skit. Jesus Christ. Dude, I didn't think about that. Just drums. Like automatically just drums. Tusha, you gotta be on my side with that. I mean, just drums being your only instrument, maybe like some brass and some strings here and there. But for 98% of this movie, it's a fucking drum. It's not even a, what's his name? Oh, there's no better fucking drummer than Neil Peart. Ugh! It ain't easy being cheesy. If you get that reference, I love you. It's not a Neil Peart type drum set. It's just a snare, a bass drum, a hi-hat, a crash, and maybe what the fuck it's called, like a bongo, like a deeper snare. That's it. That's all he needed. Damn it, man! You gotta give it the simplicity. Slim. You know what I'm fucking trying to say. Beer is good. Oh god, I kind of need to tear off this tattoo now. Birdman's got to go on, motherfucker. Birdman, god damn it! I don't want to. Birdman has to go on. Oh, I love this show and I hate it already. Almost an hour in. Let's go. Gotta go Pirates. Love that movie. Yeah, so I know. It breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart. Okay. The next two. Going up. So let me just write down Birdman to go in the finals. The next two. Justin says, I will vote for Pirates 1 as well here. Well, this is why I love talking about film, because these are my opinions. I love to hear everybody else's opinions. When you become a douchebag and go, no, this is the right answer, that's like going to a painting and going, man, this is fucking brilliant. No, do you see that one little red line? Well, that one little red line represents slavery, so fuck this painting. Like, dude, it's a rainbow. Where the fuck did you get that from? Well, that's what I see, so that's what it means. So we need to put a sheet over this and cover this up forever. Go fuck your mother. I mean, this is why I love talking about art. It's all art. Art is a way for us to talk about what is in our souls. That's why I respect the shit out of people who can do this beautiful creativity, this entertainment. And I love it even more when we can talk about it. This is how I feel about it. This is what I enjoy about it. Drunken Prayer says, yep, gotta vote Pirates. It's amazingly directed, but very much a cinephile movie. Well, one beer, and I could have sworn you said pedophile. I didn't know, cinephile had a PH. I thought it had an F. So thank you, John and Steve. Oh, cinephiles, like a filing cabinet, because they're talking. Oh, I get it. What a fucking idiot, folks. All right. You only need drums. There you go. You only need drums. Fucking Spinal Tap. So let me ask you. Spinal Tap has lost 3 drummers due to death. 1 just by exploding. How do you feel about that? And what are you going to do? Well, I'm just not going to die. He's fucking playing. Christopher Guest is playing that beautiful fucking melody on the piano, and it's gorgeous just to hear. And Rob Reiner is going, what's that song called? Oh, this is called Lick My Love Pump. That's a great fucking movie. Rob Reiner has never made a bad movie, now that I'm thinking about it. In fact, he has never duplicated a genre, a mockumentary, a fantasy, a romantic comedy, a horror, more of a thriller, but a horror nonetheless, a courtroom drama, my favorite courtroom drama, a coming of age movie. I know I'm forgetting one or two, but damn it, that dude's so fucking good. And he's in Wolf of Wall Street, so good for him. All right. I'm I'm not farting on no snare. Top drawer. Drunken Prior. Pirates was so good. Pirates was so good, it made Orlando Bloom not look like a wooden stick. I'll fucking give you that. Yeah, Pinocchio did a fucking good job, but he belonged as Legolas because Legolas didn't have to do much. Just look good and shoot arrows. And Orlando Bloom's like, I just got out of college. I'll do that, mate. Terrible fucking impression. Don't give a shit. One beer in. I have children. I don't drink anymore. We gotta move on. How about we turn this stream up to... But why don't you just make 10 louder, and that could be the louder one. But these go to 11. One second. It's so fucking stupid. What was their album called? The Smelly Glove or Smell the Black Glove? Oh shit! When they're in the halls and they're like getting hyped up, yeah, but they can't find the stage, so they run into the janitor. The janitor's like, yeah, just go down this way and make a right. And they're like, okay, let's go. So they cut the first quarter of the directions, and they're just like, yeah, let's go. And they're getting them hyped up again, and they run into the janitor like they can't fucking find it.
Hello, Cleveland. Hello, Cleveland.
It's such a good movie. It's bless you, Rob Reiner. I mean, South Park destroyed you in their when he made fun of like him and anti-smoking. They destroyed him. But fuck, man, he's such a. Did you know? Shout out to the cinephiles. Did you know? In order to make Misery the way he wanted to, he watched all the movies that Hitchcock came out with, just so he can perfect it the way he thought Hitchcock would do Misery. Because, I mean, let's be real. If you read the entirety of... You got to be a fucking vampire or an infant who can read to read all of Stephen King's books. And then to go through them all and remember them, Misery is the most Hitchcockian one. I mean, it's not supernatural. That's a real motherfucker. That shit has happened 110%. It's called marriage. All right, so we got to move on. Oh, that was a good break. Break me a piece of that. What are those words? Nobody tell them. Give me a break of that. Oh, damn it. Can't think.
Kit Kat bar.
I get it. It's a fucking joke from The Office. Get your shit together. So Across the Spider-Verse versus Hot Fuzz. Two incredible action movies. One, a beautifully made animation one, versus Hot Fuzz. Just to save time, and because this answer came in my mind as I was reading that out, that's why I wanted to get myself like that 5-minute breather, just to kind of reset my brain. I didn't want to go right into it. I have my answer. All you need is love. All you need is Hot Fuzz. Across the Spider-Verse, you need to watch into, and then you have to know how it ends. So it's your preference of, do you want to get the entire story of 3 movies to get that satisfaction of just jolt after jolt of entertainment, or just that one that's going to give you, in my opinion, just as much? Nick Frost and I just said his fucking name. Not Sean Penn. God damn it, what's his name?
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg, thank you, sir. Simon Pegg kill it in this movie together as a buddy cop movie that Nick Frost even says he loves buddy cop movies. Shit, he shows him kind of a buddy cop movie of Point Break and then Bad Boys in one night. Point Break or Bad Boys 2? Which one do you think I prefer? No, which one do you want to watch first? And the sake of simplicity, Slim Shady, please stand up. Dude, I have such a connection with Hot Fuzz. And Across the Spider-Verse, if this was Into versus No Way Home, be a totally different conversation. If this was Into versus Hot Fuzz, I feel like Into would get it. Because you need to watch Into and then this one, and then you just have to watch the third one to see where the end of this goes. I mean, beautiful fucking animation. The animation itself is a story, is a character in itself. Again, I'll say it again. When the color palette goes from like those sharp corners to the watercolors, when Gwen is having these heart-to-hearts with her father, or like the fucking chase scene, that's a Spider-Man move right there, to get all the spider people away from the building just to come back and beat them all. That is fucking brilliant. And Oscar Isaac nails it in this. Everybody does. Daniel Kaluuya as the punk rock Spider-Man fucking kills it in this. Of course, Haley Steinfeld. That's my future ex-wife. Either her or Anya Taylor-Joy. Fucking kills it as Spider-Man again. I can't remember who does. And I didn't know the dude. Oh, what's his fucking name? But Miles' father. He's in Godzilla King of Monsters. He's in Atlanta. He's in Bullet Train. I think he's Lemon. Like the fruit? Lessons. That's a great fucking movie too, Bullet Train. I forget his name. He plays the father. I didn't know that. And then, of course, you get, once again, Mahershala Ali as Aaron. And dude, to bring him back was fucking amazing. I mean, that storyline is fucking dope. That when at the ending, and you're like, oh, that was supposed to be his spider, but was it? Don't know. When you're fucking with multiverse, who's to say this belongs here? Because it's not just this universe. Now you've connected all these universes. So who's to say this belongs here? Maybe this has to go here for this to connect, and now you have a bridge. That's a circle.
Brian Tyree Henry is the dad.
Thank you, sir. God damn it. Thank you. All right. So, but Hot Fuzz is such a whodunit mystery with literally one guy. He was the sheriff of London, and now he's going to come here and literally be the sheriff of. I can pull it. The little small town. Hold on. I can pull it. Stanford. He's the sheriff. He has to be, because the two Andys aren't going to do shit. No other police officers are going to do anything because they have been brainwashed, just like Nicholas Angel has said. They've been brainwashed by this fucking corrupted captain, and we haven't even brought up the fact that the Neighborhood Watch Alliance calls themselves NWA. That's fucking fantastic. You can't write that shit. I mean, they did, but that's fucking great, man. I gotta go with Hot Fuzz. It's like, that's my Predator. That's my Terminator 2. That's my Die Hard. That's my action movie, man, because it's so fucking funny. And it's such a good bromance that doesn't feel forced. That's so just, it's Across the Spider-Verse is great. It hasn't marinated like Hot Fuzz does. Hot Fuzz has 16 years of credibility on top of it, whereas Across the Spider-Verse just came out 9 months ago, maybe, and I watched it 6 months ago, maybe. So, great fucking movie. I mean, even when the Vulture comes out, the Leonardo da Vinci Vulture, that was a great scene. But yeah, Hot Fuzz has to go on. So finally, Now we're 10 minutes into it. All right, so I think I've only read one Stephen King book, and that's The Running Man, and it was under his pseudonym, Richard Bachman. Bachman! Bullet Train is an amazing film. You fucking right it is. It's great. It's fucking great. When we killed 16 people, 17. Let's recount. It's fucking great. I don't understand how Aaron Taylor Johnson can be that fucking good and that charismatic, and you don't bring any of that to Godzilla 2014. I fucking love that film. I love it so much because of Bryan Cranston, because of the cock teasing of Godzilla until the final fucking. You don't want to see Godzilla fighting right then and there. You need to see him fight at the end because it's a wrestling match. You don't fucking have the championship title match at the beginning of the show. Sure, the two contenders might come out and fuck around with each other. They're not going to go all out. You got to say that for the end. You can't go doggy style first. You can't bust your nut right then and there. You got to work up to it. You got to listen to, he was Major Lingus, and then he was Captain Lingus, and now he's Colonel Lingus. Colonel Lingus, if you're with a southern accent. You got to listen to Colonel Lingus. You got to listen to him, and then work your way up to it. Just like he did with the ring. Colonel Lingus, are you going to spend the night, sir? I always get a safe night when I'm with Colonel Lingus. So, one beer, folks, not even. I bet someone's asking me, are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? I think I still have to go see Spider-Verse here, but it makes me a little... I think I still have to go see Spider-Man here, but it makes me a little... Why does it make you sad? Because you have to go watch it?
She was saying she has to go with Spider-Verse over Hot Fuzz. It makes her a little sad.
Dude, this is the show. One of you has to... This is Sophie's choice. Counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 fucking times. I gotta give away 7 of these little cocksuckers and just keep my shithead kid. The one where I know isn't gonna survive out there, and the one that's like, I'm pretty sure that the missus cheated on me with you, and now I gotta keep you. All my good ones are gone. There's no way I'm gonna have a 7 tie. Well, 5 of you were stupid, so you're out. So, all right, last match. Last round, last match. Birdman versus Hot Fuzz. This is difficult because I felt like I have talked about everything that I needed to say. I'll start out with if I can remember what I haven't talked about either film so far. The twist that I didn't see coming. I don't think anyone did, and if you did, then you're smart and go fuck yourself. The twist of it's not just one killer that he catches on. No luck catching them killers, eh? It's just the one killer, actually. And then he puts it together and goes, oh, fuck, it's not just one person. It might be 2. He tells George Butterman has him fucking killed immediately, or allegedly. And then that's how, one hole in this movie. If Danny doesn't know anything, then why was George not shocked that Danny was there when he fake stabbed Nicholas with the ketchup that he already showed him with the I gouged my eye out with the ketchup packet? Why wasn't he? I mean, if that's your only plot armor, that's the only fucking one you need for it to work. Shit, man. The only thing I can really get Hot Fuzz is it doesn't work unless you have these decades of all these action movies, whether they're corny or not, because this is attacking, well, not really attacking, kind of like what Galaxy Quest does to Star Trek films and what Spaceballs, fuck that movie, does to Star Wars, where it kind of makes fun of it, but really it's a love letter to it. And that's what this does to action movies of, we're kind of making fun of it, but we're also saying we love it because of the corniness, and we're just inspired by you to make this film. Birdman is its own fucking thing, dude. Birdman, dude, I'm about to cry right now. Just thinking of a few scenes. I mean, just thinking of being a father now, like watching this film before Angel was even a thought of being in my life. And then, because I watched this in 2014, I think right when it became a new release. No, 2015. I got out of the military. I got to my mom's house January 5th. The 6th, the first thing I did, I think I rented like 15 movies. And somehow I watched them all in 1 week. And I put this on. I was like, this is easily the fucking best. And watching it then versus now as a father, that scene right before it's the live show, like Tabitha's in the audience. If she gives a bad review, just like Shiner says, if she likes it, then we run. If she doesn't like it, we're fucked. Meaning, you're fucked. Meaning all this was for nothing. Meaning you just sold your Malibu house to pay Mike Shiner's salary. So Sam doesn't get her fucking house. You don't get that fucking house back. All this is for nothing unless that doesn't happen. It's a great underdog story. And at the same fucking time, Hot Fuzz is too. But he's not an underdog, but the story makes him an underdog. It's fucking brilliant. Like, he's such a badass in London, and then he goes to a quiet town, and somehow he's an underdog. That makes no fucking sense, and yet it does. But the scene where his wife comes back, and she's trying to talk to him for real, and he knows what he's about to do. He's going to shoot himself. He's trying to kill himself. At the very least, hurt himself very badly. Where he's lying, when he's in his dressing room and he's lying on, I don't think his makeup table, I think it's like his kitchen table, whatever. And she's trying to talk to him, and he's going, do you remember when we had that fight and I went out and I just went out to the sea? I was just trying to drown myself, and then these jellyfish started attacking me, and it was just, I was so scared that I ran back up. That hurt helped me get back. And that's what's happening to me now. I'm hurting because I didn't cherish the time I had. Oh, this is hard to say. I'm hurting because I didn't cherish the time I had with you and my daughter. It was all about me. The best quote the MCU ever put out was right before the Ancient One died in Doctor Strange. She looks at him and says, "It's not about you." And I can't tell you how many times I think of that, and I'm like, I want to go play video games, or I want to go watch a movie, and then dishes need done, or the kids need a bath, or they need to put down, or Angel just needs some time for herself. And I'll hear fucking Tilda Swinton say in my head, "It's not about you." If he knew those words, he would be saying those. If Reagan knew those words, he would be saying those words constantly in his head. I know it. It's not about you, and you fucked it up. I can't imagine to time jump 20 years from now and look at my son and daughter and know I wasn't there for them, that I was there for just myself. And to look at like their disappointment. Fuck the hate. You can hate me all day. I always said, there's a difference between liking somebody and respecting somebody. You can hate me all day, but I'll be damned if you don't respect me, because I do my fucking job, and I do my fucking job well. You might be annoyed with me, but I'll never let you not say that Aaron doesn't do his job and do his job well. I'll be fucking damned if I ever let that happen. That's what he's going through right now. That's what he's going through. He's having this revelation. And I feel like if he was on the fence of, do I really kill myself? Do I not? When he's having a conversation with his ex-wife, whatever the fuck her name is, he's saying this out loud. He's finally opening up to his wife. That is his wife in that moment. That is his wife. Fuck all the shit. That's his wife right then and there. He's going, I have to kill myself because what am I? I failed as a father. I failed as an actor. I failed as a director, producer, Broadway showman. But without my family, I'm nothing. And I wasted my fucking life to understand that. I'll say it again. John Ruckus says this film makes him sad. This film makes me happy because I know I'm not going to do that to my little ones or my fiance, soon to be wife. I will be there for them. I am going to try my best for them, and I'm going to keep doing this fucking show so I get to have my cake and fuck it too. Hot Fuzz is great. It's not Birdman. Birdman wins. Birdman wins. Birdman. Birdman. Ha ha! Birdman wins, folks. This was Alejandro G. Iniato. Damn it! If once I always forget his middle initial, but once I get the G, rolls off the tongue. Folks, you know what? Cheers, everybody. This has been so much fun. This has been so enjoyable for me. If anyone is still listening to this douchebag, still talking, still spilling out words from his lowest hole in his mouth, head, thank you for still being here. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you to the entire Ruckus team for allowing me to have this platform and able to do this show. I love talking about film. I love just cross-examining this random one to this random one and seeing which one comes on top, because if this film wasn't here but over here, it might not have won. You know what I mean? That's why I love the randomness of all this. With order, there must be chaos first, which is a fucking quote in the beginning of Birdman, now that I think about it. That's insane. This was so much fun. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for everyone who stayed tuned in this. Thank you, Josh, very much for helping me produce my first show on this. And please, if you guys haven't, please go ahead and join the Patreon at patreon.com/RuckusEV. That is RuckusEV. Just like V from Vendetta. What's your name? V. What's your name? EV. EV. Huh. I like God. Also don't believe in coincidences. When that movie comes on the fucking list, woo! It's going to take a banger to get that off the list. Anyways, see you, everybody. Thank you so much. I will see you next week on another episode of Random Bracket Battle.